guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today is a continuation of the pedalboard video that I did. That was for those of you who watched it, that was like a rundown of my pedalboard. Today it's going to be a rundown of my guitars. Specifically, I'm going to do the standard tuned and standard range guitars. My three main ones that I use, or the three ones that I have here with me anyway, as I have a baritone tuned to drop A and a PRS guitar that's tuned to drop C at the moment. I'm going to do separate review videos on those two guitars specifically, especially the Chapman baritone, especially with me not being a baritone player, and that is my first Chapman as well. Give you my proper thoughts on that. So yeah, that's, like I say, a continuation. You'll have just seen a jam with either the Telly and the Strat or the SG. I haven't decided which order to put them in. The jams are to Danish Pete's Anderton's Backing Tracks Volume 4. I'll put the link to Bandcamp in the description down below, so if you're interested in those tracks, then go and check them out. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the guitars. So this, which you will have seen in other videos, I'm going to do a review on the pickups in this, I'd imagine, at some point. This is my, well, it says Fender on the headstock, but it is a parts caster. No serial number on the back of the headstock, nothing here. So yeah, this is a parts caster Stratocaster. It is banged up to hell, really relicked. It's a poly finish, so this is not like natural. I think it's been dinged up. This was given to me by a friend of mine called Elle. She said that she didn't really need it anymore. I knew that I would put it to good use and play it I have a bunch. I dropped these EMGs in it. It didn't come with these. I bought these to replace the standard pickups that were in it, just because I wanted something a bit more pokey, I guess. Not even that, actually. I went to see the Eagles. Stuart Smith, sorry, plays a Strat with EMG SAs in it with the Eagles, and I saw it and I was so mesmerised by how good the clean tones were from these pickups. It's pretty insane, to be honest. So yeah, this is my EMG loaded Strat. Let's get into some play. Okay, so I'm back plugged in here. I will say I've got headphones on. I'm running through bias effects on my laptop instead of running through the Marshall. I'm just experimenting with different ways to record guitar. This way I can use the different effects and record them. I've got a mellow audio MIDI commander on the floor, which lets me switch between patches on bias effects that I programmed in. Currently I am on a Clapton Tweed, and it sounds a little something. Sounds a little something like this with just the clean. So that is the front pickup there. Well, I'll just cycle through the positions going from front to back. Here we go. Okay, so as you can hear there, it's like really can get quite sparkly if you have the right clean tone on. I do find that with gain on, they do get slightly, what's the word, dark. They can be quite dark, so I just roll the treble up on things, and that seems to sort that out. So yeah, let's get a bit of a gain on. For like classic rock tone. So yeah, that is the Strat, Partscaster Strat. I use this for, it's actually probably my most versatile guitar besides the PRS, but that's in drop C at the moment, so that really doesn't count. Yeah, so I use this for the country band, I've used it in a rock band, jazz, pretty much anything you can think of actually. This is like my go-to if I've got 4 different bands playing 4 different styles when I'm going to uni. And that's where all these videos come from as well. I should have said in the previous ones, these gear videos come from a review standpoint where I use this stuff every day in uni, or I did use it every day in uni. With the course I'm on, we have to play in bands all the time and different styles to build a portfolio of music and bands that we played in, and I use this in a lot of them just because of its versatility. So let's get on to the next guitar. Okay, so this is the Squier, or my Squier Standard Series Telecaster. I've had this for a few years. I got it for my 21st birthday, and it is a great guitar. I love this guitar. My mother bought me it for my 21st birthday. I changed the pickups to bare knuckle brown sugar pickups because I wanted something a bit more pokey, and also they were Squier pickups, so they were great, but they weren't pro level, and that's what these are. What these bare knuckles are. It's just a great machine, this. You know, people who play Telecasters will know it's just like a couple of bits of wood together, a few pickups, solid wood, and it just makes a great sound. So yeah, let's listen to this. So that's a clean tone there. As you can hear, the pickups are quite barky, especially that back one. It's raised quite high. Don't know if you can see there. It's quite high towards the strings, and also it's like it's quite a barky pickup anyway. So yeah, let's get some gain on this. Okay, middle position. Front. So yeah, this is the Telly. Not really much to say about this other than it is a great guitar. Does what it says on the tin. Does what a Telly does best. Playing country, blues, jazz. I don't really use the front pickup with any gain. I don't actually use the front pickup a lot unless I'm playing a jazz tune. Something like my solo performance will be done on this. I'm playing Spain by Chick Corea, so that will be done on this guitar purely for the lipstick at the front. So yeah, let's look at the last guitar. Okay, so you'll have seen all three of these guitars in other videos. This is my 2016 SG Standard. This guitar I went in and bought from PMT in Newcastle because basically I got a Gretsch Electromatic big streamliner thing. I'll put a picture of it here. And essentially the G string on that kept buzzing when I would play it open like that. It would just buzz all the time, and it started to get on my nerves. It didn't do it at first, and then something happened to it, and it just wasn't the same guitar to play, because I got it for its ability to play acoustically without an amp quite loudly, and it wasn't the same after that. And I took it back there 3 or 4 times in 1 week to get it sorted, and then the guys just said, look, do you fancy another guitar? Do you fancy changing it? And I'd been having a little research online about what there was, and I'd seen the SG, this particular one, this black one, and it was in one of their stores, and I said, look, can you get this in for me to try, because I would like to try this. And I picked it up. I got a choice of a PRS and this. It was like, when I started playing, I'd just started playing really. I was like 2 months into it. So I played like what riffs I knew on it and stuff like that, and just tried to get a gauge for it. And I am so glad that this was the one. It spoke to me anyway, and that's why I ended up getting it. But I'm so glad that this was the guitar I got, because everyone who's played this guitar has absolutely adored it. It's just got this vibe about it. You know, I've had offers from people to buy this when they've played it. They've played it and gone, I want to buy that off you. But yeah, it's just got a vibe when you play it that I wish I could instill that in the video and show you. But unfortunately, you've got to play it to understand. So yeah, let's go back to that clean tone. cleans quite well. It is quite pokey, especially on that back pickup. But when you roll off the tone on that front pickup, you can get quite a nice sort of jazz tone on it as well. Spain there. So what you all want to hear is not those jazz tones on this thing. What you are all wanting to hear right now is the rock tones, because that's what this is. It's a total classic rock machine. That song, the two songs I played there, were pretty much 90% of the reason I wanted this guitar, because I watched AC/DC live in, I watched their River Plate thing before I got this, and I looked at that and I was like, wow, that is the guitar for me, because I loved and love AC/DC right now still. So yeah, 2016 SG Standard, unlike the others, this is the only one that hasn't been modified. The only thing I did do was take the first coating of the neck off, because I was having an issue with it being too glossy for me, and it was sticking my hand. So now that I've got one coat off, it's just sort of nicely in a spot where I can glide my hand easily even when it's sweaty. And that is obviously, like, it's a nitro finish. It's got a lot of dust on it right now, and it's got a lot of scratches and stuff on the back here that I dare not show you because it would be sacrilege. But it's been played, is the main thing. This is a player's guitar, and I played this, probably play this guitar every day. So yeah, those are the guitars that I've got for standard tuning, that is. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. This is like I said, a part 2 to my Swiss Army pedal board. These are the guitars I use at university. Yeah, like I say, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, then do hit that like button. If you want to see some more content, then hit that subscribe button. And until then, I will see you all in the next one.